Many years had passed since the walls of Jericho came crashing down at the sound of Joshua's trumpet. Jericho, once a powerful city, was left in ruins, serving as a silent reminder of God's judgment. Joshua had warned the people with a solemn prophecy. Standing before the fallen walls, he declared, "Cursed before the Lord be anyone who tries to rebuild this city, Jericho. At the cost of his firstborn, he shall lay its foundation, and at the cost of his youngest, he shall set up its gates." 26. This curse was not a mere warning, it was a prophecy waiting to be fulfilled. But as years turned into centuries, Joshua's words faded into history. Many forgot the warning, and others did not take it seriously. During the reign of King Ahab, a time when Israel had plunged deep into idolatry and rebellion, Hiel, a wealthy and ambitious man from Bethel, decided to rebuild the ancient city of Jericho. Perhaps he was blinded by the glory that would come with restoring such a legendary city. Perhaps he thought the curse was just an old superstition that no longer held power. But whatever his reasons, Hiel ignored Joshua's warning and set out to restore Jericho. With great pride, Hiel gathered workers, engineers, and craftsmen. The project began with excitement, and soon the foundation was ready to be laid. But then tragedy struck as the foundation stones were placed. Hiel's eldest son, Abiram, fell gravely ill and died. The people murmured in fear. Was this just a coincidence? Or was Joshua's curse coming to life? Hiel was heartbroken, but he refused to stop. His ambition clouded his judgment. And despite the pain of losing his son, he pressed on. The city began to rise, and the ruins of Jericho slowly transformed into a thriving settlement once again. Years passed, and the city's walls stood firm. As the final act of completion, Hiel ordered the gates of Jericho to be installed. It was a moment of triumph, or so he thought. But as the gates were set in place, disaster struck again. Hiel's youngest son, Segub, suddenly died. The curse had been fulfilled in its entirety, just as Joshua had foretold. Hiel's ambition had come at a deadly cost. The life of his firstborn when he laid the foundation, and the life of his youngest when he set the gates. The people of Israel watched in awe and fear as the prophecy was fulfilled. Hiel had restored Jericho, but the price was unimaginable. The city stood once again, but it was built on the blood of his sons. What was meant to be a symbol of strength and prosperity had become a monument of warning, a stark reminder that God's words were not to be taken lightly. The story of Hiel serves as a chilling reminder that disobedience to God's commands carries severe consequences. Though Jericho was restored, its foundations were soaked with sorrow. Hiel's tragic choice stands as a testament to the power of God's word, showing that what he declares will come to pass, no matter how much time has passed. Even today, the story of Hiel echoes through the corridors of history, urging us to remember that the cost of ignoring God's warnings is often far greater than we can imagine. Jericho may have been rebuilt, but the price was too high, a price that no one should ever have to pay.